New tonight at 6, new filings asking Fulton County Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee to hear from new witnesses before he decides whether to keep or remove Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis from the Georgia election interference case. 11 Alive's Grace King live in the newsroom tonight to explain how these potential new witnesses could fit in. Grace.
Well, it all comes down to Terrence Bradley, Wade's former law partner and one-time divorce attorney. Now, on the stand, he said he couldn't recall much of anything about the Wade-Willis relationship. But outside of the courtroom, numerous filings allege he told at least 3 separate people about it, including a Cobb County prosecutor.
From their perspective, the more information they can get in, the more likely they are to get the disqualification.
Emory Law School professor John Acevedo understands why the defense would want more testimony.
If they can prove again that Willis and Wade lied to the court, that's more likely to lead to disqualification and possible additional sanctions.
One filing proposes testimony from Cindy Lee Yeager, a prosecutor in Cobb County, who told attorneys she had numerous conversations with Terrence Bradley about the Willis-Wade relationship that contradict what he testified to in court.
I didn't have any personal information.
It alleges Yeager overheard a phone call where D.A. Willis called Bradley in response to an article about how much money Wade and his law partners were making and told him, "They are coming after us. You don't need to talk to them about anything about us." The other filings suggest a former adjunct law professor at Georgia State also heard from Bradley about the Willis-Wade relationship.
Maybe that he, felt confident enough to say it in a text message to a defense attorney, but when under oath and afraid he might be contradicted, now is unsure of his own memory.
If Judge Scott McAfee were to revisit the evidence in this case, the state would offer new testimony too.
Both sides have made requests to reopen the evidence. On behalf of the defense, there were some issues with cell phone records, and the state has found an additional witness that they would like to present.
But that likely won't happen. McAfee hopes to have an answer by the end of next week.
There are several legal issues to sort through, several factual determinations that I have to make. And those aren't ones I can make at this moment.
Grace King, 11 Alive News.
And with so much attention right now on Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis, we want to break down the different developments that we are all watching and how they are distinct from one another. 11 Alive's Faith Jesse is here with a closer look.
All right, Jonathan, let's start with a big one. First, you have efforts to disqualify the DA from the Fulton County election interference case. The judge has already heard testimony and arguments related to these motions. He now has the power to remove DA Willis and her team from the case, but he has not made a decision yet. And then you have the State Senate Committee investigating D.A. Willis. They will be holding a second hearing tomorrow. So members of the committee have little power to take action against the DA, but the hearings do give them a chance to ask their own questions to attorneys and others involved in the case and have those answers broadcast to the public. Now, finally, you have the Prosecuting Attorneys Qualification Commission. That was just approved by the House today, but the bill creating that commission still needs Governor Brian Kemp's signature before it can start doing any work. This commission would be able to discipline or potentially remove prosecutors from office. So a lot to watch out for there, but we are here to help you break it down. We will continue bringing you the latest developments as we get them.
All right, Faith, thank you. And if you have missed any of our coverage on the disqualification efforts against the DA, you can watch it on demand right now. Just download 11 Alive Plus to stream our coverage for free.